Mariano, who's on our panel. David Frum has joined us. Nice to have you. He's digging into his breakfast. Maria Cardona is with us as well. And Lenny Curry is the chairman of the Florida Republican Party, and he's joining our panel as well this morning. It's really nice to have you. We appreciate it. So you're a guy who basically filled the hall last night for the debate.
Had a lot of help, but yeah, when we announced the debate in Jacksonville, Florida, the request far exceeded the supply inside of a day. When
I was talking to Senator McCain yesterday, 2 days ago in Washington, D.C., he said, that one of the problems that he sees in these debates is that the candidates basically like chipping away at each other. He sees it as a big negative. Do you think he has a point?
Well, obviously, I'd rather they not attack each other and stick to a compelling vision of how they're going to turn this economy around.
Do you tell them that?
And get us back to work. Absolutely, I've communicated that. But look, I understand it's politics that happens, and President Obama is going to come after whomever our nominee is with a big war chest. So we'll get through this and we'll be able to coalesce around a candidate and get past the chipping away that we've experienced in the primary season.
What kind of conversations are you having? Because you're the guy who's sort of the middleman for all of the campaigns. Yeah. When they're calling you the night before the debate, what kinds of conversations are you having with them?
Don't attack the free enterprise system. I mean, as Republicans, we believe that the free market, the free enterprise system, is what lifts people out of poverty, not government programs. So I don't like seeing the candidates go back and forth on that issue.
Do you think there was a winner out of last night? Who would you say? And don't say everybody was a winner and they all played well and blah, blah, blah. No, like, really, who do you think did the best?
Well, I actually do think they all did a good job, but here's what I noticed.
One-word answer, sir. One word. It's either Romney or Gingrich or Santorum or even Paul.
But you'll notice the audience, what encouraged me was each candidate had, at a moment last night, something that made sense and connected with the audience, and the entire audience went nuts, which tells me we can coalesce around a nominee.
And if I told you, though, you had to narrow it to one person, who would you say? I'm not telling you have to endorse them. I'm just wondering, was there one person who you felt...
I think they all did a great job.
God. Lenny, I love you, and we're having breakfast, but you're killing me.
Good question, Mr. Chairman. Elections aren't won just on election day. They're won when you register voters. Aren't Democrats keeping up with Republicans on registration?
Better. Democrats are killing Republicans on registration.
Well, in Florida, we began the year with about a 580,000 deficit to the Democrats, and we've narrowed that to about 502. So in Florida, we're making significant progress, and we've got an aggressive plan in place for the year.
Can I show this graph? I think that's a really interesting point. Let's pop that up. If you look at Latino Republicans in Florida, it's gone up, actually, from 2006 to 2012. It's had a growth of about 10%. Roughly 400,000, as you mentioned, to about 452. But it's the Democratic numbers that really show tremendous growth from 2006 to 2012. Show us the Dem numbers for Latinos. Those are 52%. So, doesn't that spell huge trouble for you and what you do?
Well, there are Latino communities that are registered Democrat, but that are not married to the party, and it's going to be up to us to communicate a compelling message of how our policies will touch and affect their lives and create opportunity for their families.
Mr. Chairman, and that's where my question comes in, because there was a lot of talk last night about whether Romney was anti-immigrant, a lot of pushback. And whether or not that's the right word to use within the Republican primary, it is a perception among the wider Latino community that all of those candidates last night are anti-immigrant. How do you address that in the general election?
Well, I'll tell you what my message has been as the state party chairman. The fact that we're even having these conversations about immigration speaks to what America stands for. We're still the greatest country in the world. We're the land of opportunity. We're having because people want to come here. And we need to figure out a way to bring immigrants here that want to live and work and raise their families in America.
But what about the ones that are already here? And that's something that Romney has not really addressed.
I'm going to leave that up to the, I mean, this is a very complicated and emotional issue. These guys are in a battle to win a primary election, so...
I think Obama has fixed a lot of our immigration problems because, frankly, there aren't enough jobs here to attract immigrants. No, really, our immigration problem is decreasing because we're crushing the economy.
But isn't it true?
No, but it speaks to one thing.
But isn't it true that when you actually switch...
It's not a theory. It's happening in fact.
But it's not numbers that are going to get to the core of 11 million.
When you survey...
But it actually works. It actually works. Believe it or not, what Obama went in the State of the Union the other night, you know what he said? He said, we're importing less foreign oil than ever. Yeah, you know what? Because our economy has cratered. Guess what? We have less of an immigration problem because Obama's cratered our economy.
I have literally people screaming in... You're sticking around with us for the morning?
I am.
Okay, great. We'd love to have you on our panel.